All right, viewers and subscribers, this is BVI Channel 1. I know that the network is quite funny for us today, but we just have to try and see if we can push through on today's program. And we're talking about the disaster in Anambra State that occurred on 7th of October, 2025. And today, the governor of Anambra State came face to face with what is left to salvage with at some communities that was ravaged by the flood disaster. I want to bring you that story, and we will take it as it spread across different places in Anambra State. To start with, the one that showed the extent of the disaster that happened at different places, particularly Ogidi, Nibo, and Newi axis. Let's have a look at that. I'll be right back.
Hey! 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 If I would give you, hey! 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 Tuesday, 7th of September 2025, a day before Soludo's visit to Ogidi. Hey! 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 Ogene! Ogene! Our government can enwe si na Anambra State. Commando can enwe ro n'Ogidi. Ko akwonjo can agbosa enwe bo Ogidi. Kedu ife anyị mee no. Ihe bụ Ebenezer Road. Ogidi. By Ukwoji. N'ezie n'anya ka ife be mmadụ. Ese m sị gịnị? Ihe bụ shop, chemist shop, mana o juru eju onye nwe ya nọrọzi na ahụ because ngwa fe niile dị emebisigo. N'ezie anya be mmadụ. N'ezie anya be mmadụ. Ese mo se de gịnị e. Hey! Ogene. Ogidi akwapụgo kwọnụ. Ogidi akwapụgo kwọnụ. N'ekwanụ be mmadụ. N'ebe mmadụ. Nke a bụzikwa n'ire o. O demolishi go kwanu fence ne kwanu be mmadụ. Na eni ife mmili mee. Na enu fence mmadụ ka ọ kwatu wee ike wee baa na befa. Ebe a bụ ire Ogidi. Be ndị be nnọọka na anya o. Every year, the same old story. Every year, the same old story. Every year, same old story. Hey! Ogidi, my lovely town. Ogidi, Obodobu. Ebrozu onye ọzọ nọ. Ọ dịnụ ka ebu ukwu nkwu e. Eburu na ozu onye ọzọ. Ọ dị ka ebu ukwu nkwu. Na ife mmiri na-eme n'Ogidi. Gọọmenti achọrọ ịbịa. O nwere onye chọrọ ikwu okwu maka na o mehụtara ya. N'anya akakwana wee fe ezi Ogidi, akakwana wee fe abụọ. Nke nwabugoro so n'ire. Nke nwabugoro so n'ire. Alili egbuem. Neni enunu amara m na ọbatakwa ube m. Mana mụ nwa na-esebe ndị mmadụ. Ebe a bụ be late chief Nwogbu Oreki, be Papa Onyeka Oreki, be Shaka Zulu. N'ebe anyị pụta n'ụzọ n'enya ebe a bụ be Onyeka Oreki anọ nnese be mmadụ amarọ m na mmiri ito na be m. Imagine n'enya, this is my house. Mmadụ na-ekwu Soludo, this is my house. Ife a bụ rooms, ife a bụ parlor, ihe a sitting room, ihe a bụ ebe niile, ihe a bụ my house. This is my house. Ebe a bụ ụlọ m, ebe a bụ be m. N'enya this is my house. Onyeka Oreki, this is my house. Neite.
Yes, we are back again. We are still on Matters Arising, and that is just the first story, and every one of them is all mobbed together. Now, after that disaster, people fall victims. You can see a woman that was swept at Newi by the flood, and there is also a woman. At first, I thought it's the same woman, but later I realized it's another incident of a survivor, a woman, from that same flood. Let's take a look at that, and you hear from her what actually happened. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
30 million na-ekwu nke a na-emekwa life n'Umoji road na before new road nna mesịrị efere ebe a kịta na onye bu ya onye nwepụ mesịrị na-aka pụtara ebe mmiri buru ya kwatuo ma ya mesịrị buru ya na-anarị ya buru ya na-anarị biko onwe ama mesịrị mgbe ifo onye mara nwa megiri mesịrị na edi mesịrị ka m na-ebu ka amara ka ezu eleta onye nwe ya
ụmụnne m unu n'ezi anya unu afụ anyị si n'ebe o buje wee gbara bịa ebe a ka anyị ma na ya ebute nwuzi ozu dị woman wepụ na onwe ozi ife anyị emenwe ya, and the woman dụkwanụ very careful na ọ bụghị uke maka nwaanyị kwụsịrị mechin ka ọ kwụrụ ka mmiri zochaa ọkpa ka ọ zọfielu anyị agbago mbọ ife anyị agbasị na from ebe a nọ River Niger onwe ozi ife anyị emenwe ya. May her soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. All Chief Task Force Uruago Community. Over.
Madam Chairman. So onye abụ onye mmili bụ. So I talk Kotula, what happened? But just tell us what's happened briefly.
Sika nzere mmiri park ya one side mecha mfuzie n'akụkụ ebe m na-esiga and agafechara m so amaghịzi m ihe mere ọdịzie ka agbara maka ndakwizie na gota ahụ because ka esi ruo ebe a onwe ha nnọọ ebe mmadụ si aga ihe niile arụrụ onwe ha ihe ọbụla gbochiri mmiri zo ha na otu ahụ si eme before ka o si eme onwe ha ihe ọbụla gbochiri ya mmiri wee buruzie mana lọkele otu ọbụla o si na Jehova wee maa amara.
So ka emezi ka esi wee zọpụtazi gị?
Ya ka esi zọpụtazie mbụ na eruzi m na prọvet akịta wee manyezie m jide aka na prọvet so mmadụ wee fụzie m onye a wee bịa si ya jidezie m n'aka etu anyị jidesie m ike enwe wee tizie mkpụrụ ndị mmadụ wee gbarụbịazie wee bupụtazie m so otu a ka o si mee.
Okay. Gbajisi ike ya. That's great.
All right, that is it. Now, this thing is happening very timely. You know why? First of all, this disaster could have recorded more victims. Should it happen on another day, outside that very date, 7th of October? You know why? It was Teachers' Day, and Soludo and some other states declared public holidays. And that rain happened at the time when school children are going to school. So you see, more disasters would have been recorded if that day happens to be school day. And also, it happened timely because of the scheduled visit campaign of Soludo's campaign train to Ogidi community, rather. And yesterday, he went there and saw it face to face, embraced the disaster. He failed to, I said, he failed to take heed, because I remembered that I've spoken about it. But let me just match break a little bit and listen to what he told Ndi Ogidi when he visited there yesterday for his campaign. And when I come back, we will now address these issues once and for all. Let's see that video. I'll be right back.
ju ebe ni fu mmiri efe ego akwa ojuzi ọ na-asụpụta na affect these 3 towns, these 3 villages, Ire, Abo, na Eziogidi.
Okay, allo where mirror the drainage of my solution, beggar, and we must find a solution. Before I became governor, now my manifesto, I identified the environment as our #1 existential threat. Flooding and gully erosion. I did make this point that people are building roads, putting drainages, but without termination points. And so water must find somewhere to go. But you must also then have nti, after every maybe 500 meters or so, a gunti, which is desilted every year, so that the speed of water jabia will be slowed down. These are things community can do. And the thing I can say to you, Bona, I am here now. It's a very expensive project.
Second Niger Bridge, and we be covered near receive here, or receive by Obanyazani de Miliobosi. So, our larger million Ethiopia, we've resolved in Kowalaji about 80 to 90%. Then we've taken it to Inland Door. We've resolved. From Inland Door, we are now coming here. From here to Inland Door, 8.2 kilometers. Then height difference, 58 meters, the difference in height between the 2 areas.
8 point something kilometers of drainage and height, ordinary gutter. But then the Anambra must recognize that these problems have taken decades to grow, and they will not be solved in one night. Man, we appreciate the fact the problem. The community, you must also take it as a state of emergency. Along the road, because the force of water, I'm going to pay for the more forceful than water. To say my commiserations to my Shaka, my commiserations to you, and through you to all those who have been affected by this. Well, and we are a force of nature. But this is one that we have to intentionally try to address. Government can do something, and we will do something, and we're already doing something. Okay?
And that is it. I want us to take it as it is. And with me today is the beautiful Bella. Bella, oh, you know, to give my network I record. So, you've seen the disaster, you heard about it, you saw everything that transpired. Where are you coming in from?
No, be me and you there, Anambra.
Yeah, no.
How come again on Anambra? The road, that road has been like that for quite a long time.
Which particular one?
That's Ogidi Road.
Nkogidia, okay, go on.
It's been like that for a long time. So, and they recently, few years ago, it does but the flood will still go there. Even the drivers, when they are driving, they will just use another route and try to maneuver the road just because of the level of water and flood that is going on there, you know. Now, listening to what the Anambra State Governor said, he said that the problem is not the water, is the contractors that channel the water to that place, you know, because the contractor that is building the road should know where the waterways, you know, this contractor doesn't mean that they don't plan themselves very well. After building the road, they will now channel the water to a particular place, forgetting that the level of water or rainfall will cause more harm. And looking at that place, people that are staying close to that place, they've moved out. Even the other one, I don't know, you know, there is this particular video the flood affected the whole house. Their personal property were raised above floor level just because so much flood is channeled to that area. Now, people passing by, when we talk of cars, we talk of people. You see these two recorded incidents where human adults was carried, just rainfall. Imagine little children. These are things that the government should, look into. And the contractors that were awarded these contracts should pay more attention and not just do roads, do waterways in such a way that when there is heavy rainfall, because climate change now, a lot of things is happening. You can't just expect now rainfall, they mild, again, what showers. There are days that there will be heavy rainfall. So where do you expect this water to go to? So contractors should be doing their jobs, not just doing the roads. If you do the roads, remember that again, waterways, right?
Yeah, sure. When you talk about waterways, contractors, and the rest of them, we should understand that this thing here is not an emergency. It is a yearly occurrence from time immemorial, and it gets worse every year. Not because of much more rain, but because as long as there are more development happening, more building rising, more collection of body water continue to rise, then expect more flooding. You get what I'm saying? Now, it is inability of the government to match development with infrastructure. At this time, I'm so disappointed to hear from a professor, although he's a professor of economics, but he should understand that what is happening now is not what in Timmiri Ainemena village in those days we curtail. You got what I'm saying? I hear him talk about people should be putting at every how many meters in Timmiri. That's the measures ndị mgbe ochie na-agụrụ akwụkwọ na-afụrụ ụzọ use to mitigate against flood ka anyị ga na-use in this modern era. What happens to underground canals? Build a collection center for this. I'm coming. Build a collection of where these things happen. There are flashpoints. It's not like it is happening here and there. There are flashpoints. There are places that all other waters comes to that as a conference, then is being carried away. And it doesn't change.
If you've passed through that road, you see that most times I would say that the government should look into, if you're giving a contract on a particular area that's raised eyebrows, just like this Ogidi and other places like anywhere, in your mother contract, think and go there and see. If you pass through that road, you see that now the road, the level, as somebody obligate the bedroom or a bathtub, it should be in such a way that again we're high ground, in such a way that milli amado in a particular place. If you go there, you see that for 6 or more than 10 years, just like that video, that man see, more than 20 years, I use that road to go to my village. So most times during rainy season, we don't pass through there. If you use commercial transport, you don't pass through there. Now, I think the problem, to me, these contractors, they don't pay attention to what they are doing, because the community people need to come out sometimes, just like I don't know whether it's in Ochanja or somewhere else, that they were doing the road. People start alarming and saying some things that we don't like this because you keep suffering. Now, for the past administration, and still what did you come out to even say that million and these people, if you pass through if you got one alo by two sides and you see the level of water now is like more than a dam or a pond. You see the level of water, even the nearby villages, and we know that the things are changing. You're talking about local measures of controlling waterways. It can't happen. Contractors now build the bridges, now build the whatever in high sea level, in ocean. And you follow, they do this job in such a way that people will live their normal lives. How can you be going in this time? I can't really no. It's giving underdeveloped vibes. I think these people are living around, especially like Ogidia, they alarm me because every time, every rainy season, even on the one nearby, I have to go about Polo Wefa.
Do you know that recently I went through that part recently. I went through that part very recently, and I showcased this incident that happened this year. It's not an emergency. I've said it before. This thing keep happening over time, okay? And the government acts as if to say they are not informed. I remember vividly, just about some couple of weeks, not up to a week or thereabout. I was passing through, I was driving through that Ogidi, and I was calling the attention of the governor on that road, showing him how bad that place has been, showing him the way that place continues to be flooded. It's not like he doesn't know about it, but it seems that they are ignoring it purposefully. I don't know, because if that is not the case, although when the commissioner of work was speaking there, he was mentioning that they have done the one of inland door. Remember, inland door issue, I was the one that raised it. The commissioner of works confirmed that I raised it. He rushed down to that place, saw how bad that place was, and they fixed it. Now, that place, if you are driving it during raining, when it is raining, during heavy flood, you will not witness this kind of situation, because that of inland door is almost same thing as that of Ogidi. It's even worse. Now, he's saying it is going to take about 8 kilometers to channel a canal like that of inland door at Obosi, connecting it from Ogidi. Then it will all flush down to River Niger. What is needed in this modern time is not even open canals, but underground drainage. Sink it. You know the collection where these things come together. Put a very big canal there, then take it inside. Then wire it straight to wherever it is going to flush out. Underground, people should not even know about it or see it happen. You know why? I don't know why some people they don't get it. And also, government made mention, because Kaina look back to Soludo aka, Kaina look aka as a people, because now we be government too, and the people be the biggest stakeholders, and out of ignorance and uncontrolled development, na Anambra State and most part of the East, I must say it. People, they don't consider waterways. Even government that is giving them approval, I don't know the kind of mentality we have in this part of the world. Now, Soludo, it is up to him to keep sentiment and politics aside and follow this thing head on. All the built structures along the waterways should give way, so that a proper dam, so that a proper canal or a kind of underground drainage system that will carry this heavy body of waters straight to the River Niger or wherever it's going to empty, without disturbing daily lives of the people.
You know, we do our own work, and contractors do their own job.
Yes.
You know, when these roads were built, population had the building. And now we have only few access roads leading to Ogidia, to, you know, from Ogidi to Abagana. You know, just we have express, the old road, and the Abatete road, and other one. Now, these 3 roads go here leading to that place. Doesn't mean that now, and when a man was another road, no, Suzak, Speaking of building waterways, these contractors that are building these roads, of course, they know their job. You can't just bring somebody who a novice to do road. That's why I believe that's why they bring these Lebanese and Arabs to come and do the roads. And when people my know that these Arabs that are doing this road, it's not their country, it's not their house. They will just do it and go. Now people be roads nearby will be watching it and know that they're just doing road though. They're not doing drainage system. Because where people would go. And you go water yaga. When you go through that road, they feel that na millionaire be ever because at this point, that place is supposed to at this point, especially during rainy season, because we know the level of water at the ever. Even truck, you know how much heavy a truck can be. That place, a truck, when it's raining heavily, when it have rained, a heavy truck cannot go there. So you now think of Ndi busy ever. You can imagine being in your house, or how
I beg a million.
in your house. You know how comfortable your house can be. They will now be in your house and rain, the flood, my wall, my everything will now come out. Now speaking of giving people buying lands on the middle of the road, you see somebody real estate ije goluani na main road. Now if the government are they not supposed to plan out a place and people start building? People are now building on the main road. Mili biaze obulu mamado omefu ebe mili siwega ana akoyeli. Every time and when I just ana. What I'm saying is we the people are the end user of these things, because at the end of the day they will use their escort services and use another road. Oman on a traffic. Oman no dey na uzo bumps. Ocholo users oga. So people enwe ihe ana especially Ogidia. Those people mgba ana loser can do obodo, especially in the village aye bido na etimpu. Na ihe unu na alu ebe a enwe kwisi na okwa emese mmili adolokwa unu anaghị ya ndị bi na akụ ebe a anaghị ya ụfọdụ eje ebe ọzọ lụọ unu. It's people.
Our people are always adjusting to bad governance. That is why we are here to fix everything the way it is. And I believe a lot of people have been reacting to the program and want us to just get quickly to some of their commentaries, and then we address it. First of all, I want to acknowledge the comments of Gabriel Nomadabuchi. Your commentary is about Nnamdi Kanu mega protest for his release. It's not what we are talking about here. I've addressed that issue, and I hope you will follow up that video, and everyone should join in whatever that is being said in respect to that protest. But for this purpose of this program, we are talking about the disaster in Anambra State and governance. I appreciate you. Now, we have FG for coming. We thank you. Fax Time said, Soludo, Ojiono, one of Nigeria. So we are reading the commentaries now from the comment section. All right. He said, Nigeria, Soludo, it is your promise, Dubai and Taiwan to the Anambra State. So bad that our people is going through this due to poor governance.
Yes, at the end of the day, because we don't know who the contractors are. We only know the person that awarded the contract. So at the end of the day, the governor promised to give Nigeria, Anambra, a Dubai, Taiwan. So now, Anambra looking at it, he just said Dubai, but Anambra, Deka Dubai.
Oh, bad result. To what extent? No, we are going to start. We are going to start handling it when we discuss. When we talk about reviewing governance, as we are coming close to an election time, we are going to restart our normal election programs, political review, so that we will talk politics and governance. Okay, I will oppose the result to Soludo. Mandi ọzọ kwa chọrọ ịbịakwa were ọrụ Soludo ma vaye promise ya dị ọ bụ Saudi Arabia, Afghanistan ka ọ bụ American, Canada. But for now, let us just focus on governance, strictly on governance. By the time we come to results sheet, in terms of what is on ground, Ayabakozialu Soludo and pinch his word with his works. Kaimalo, my people, I got Georgia by his works, called by his words, because all that man o kakabad. Only Ochi Anaka. What I go for. So that is it for now. And I think we've done justice for this program. Gabriel Madabuchi said that Soludo should work on it immediately. That's these things that we're talking about. Soludo should focus more on it. It is not something that you do immediately. It's not a fireworks approach. It takes a lot of planning. It's a mega project. It's a mega project. A very expensive project. So it needs a lot of planning. And those who is going to be affected, because there is always a price for development, for good governance. There is always a price people have to pay. So although that now, in doing what is necessary to fix that road will affect your property. Sorry, that is it. But that place needs to be fixed, because we thank God though, it happened on Tuesday, holiday. Had it been it is not on holiday, we'll be recording scores of children that would have gotten swept off by this flood. It's only about a woman. 2 were carried, 1 survived. The other one died. Okay? But it is avoidable. Government can do more. Imechazia, asina na gana to pull over bokipe we na amande mo. Okay, what? Can I maybe kwesele mebu government? Keep na amazing them one. I'm always saying a disaster, blue disaster. But the disaster I need witness in this part of the world is disaster of bad governance. Something that can. So at it, we thank you for joining the program today, and I hope subsequently we'll come back on this program again as we continue to enlighten our people for good governance. Sorry about the network, it might be coming off and on, but we just have to push through so as to deliver this message. I just hope you got the message. I'm Asuchenod Peters, and from here we're saying goodbye and have not yet a wonderful weekend, because Friday kade. Okay.
Don't play.
Don't play. All right. So my people, I'm gonna click easy on the share button. Now to support the message. Let the discussion continue on the comment section. I'm signing out. Bye bye for now.